This is Belle's yellow dress from Disney's animated movie, Beauty and the Beast. And this is her yellow dress from the live-action movie. I'm going to show you how to make Belle's yellow dress. It's similar to the dress Emma Watson wears in Disney's live-action movie, Beauty and the Beast. The underskirt is made with organza. The main skirt and the other layers are made with chiffon. So this will be called Layer 1. This is Layer 2, Layer 3 and 4, and the back piece. The pattern for Layer 1 and 2 are the same. It's very much like the pattern I used for Belle's red dress. If you want to see that video, click on the iCard or the link in the video description. The hole for the waist here is smaller, and the length is shorter. This pattern is cut on a fold. Cut out one layer in chiffon and one layer in organza. Here they are cut out. I used a lot of pins to secure the pattern to the fabric before cutting because chiffon is very slippery. It shifts out of place very easily. Here is Layer 2 and Layer 1. Next is Layer 3. It's this layer. Layer 3 is 7 inches long from line to corner. Cut 2 of this layer. Here they are cut out. Next is Layer 4, the top layer. This layer is 5.5 inches long. Cut 2 of this layer. Here they are cut out. Next is the back piece. This piece here. Cut on a fold. Here it is unfolded. It looks like a cape. It's 7 inches long. These are all the pieces. Layer 1 is underneath Layer 2. The edges fray like crazy, so I apply fabric fusion and fabric paint on all the edges. Use wax paper underneath the fabric. This is very important. I'll demonstrate on Layer 3. Apply fabric fusion along the waistline and down one side. Apply a thin bead. Now you need to flatten it and spread it. Along the other edges, I'm using glittering gold fabric paint. It works the same as fabric fusion, but leaves a glittering gold color. Apply a thin bead, but you don't need to flatten this because it will flatten itself when it dries. The edges on Layer 3 are done. It'll take about an hour or two to dry. Here are all the pieces done. The organza layer is done completely with fabric fusion. They're all dry. Time to peel them off the wax paper. If you didn't use wax paper, you will not be able to do this. Any other paper will stick to the fabric. This Layer 2, I should have done this edge with fabric fusion, but it's not a big deal. You won't even see this edge. If you get paint over the edges like this, just trim it off. The back piece has the edges painted on both sides. Now, to paint the gold design on the chiffon. I used this one for the dress I made. It's a bit too fancy and it was hard to trace. This one has less details. For this demo, I'll use this leaf scroll. Less fancy is easier to trace. I printed various sizes, but I'll just need this one. It's about 4 inches long. Place it under the wax paper. You can see it right through the chiffon. Trace it with the gold fabric paint. Don't squeeze too hard or it'll blob in one spot. I'll make this heart shape bigger. Add a few more strokes here. Dot it all over. It needs another swirl here and here. For the look of Swarovski crystals, use a clear glitter paint and dot it all over. When you're done, move the pattern over and paint another one. And another, and another, and another. Try to space it out evenly, but you might have to trace part of the pattern in the leftover spaces. Add more swirls where you think needs it. Layer 2, all done. And layer 3, and 4. For the back piece, you can just dot it or spread the glitter paint like this. You'll need to do this for both sides. Let all the pieces dry. All dried. Look how pretty. See how the paint flattens? Peel them off the wax paper. And time to assemble the skirt. Layer 1 goes on the bottom. Next, layer 2. Layer 3 and layer 4. Leave a gap in the middle. Pin all the layers together. At the waist, sew the first 3 layers together. End the stitching near the edge of layer 3. Layer 4 will cover up all the stitches. Layer 4 will be stitched right against the gold paint, so you can't see the thread. Sew a ribbon at the ends. Go through all the layers. The back piece has to be folded. It's really tricky to fold, so I'll show you how to do it with this pattern. The folds are spaced 1 3/4 inch apart, except for the last 2 folds, which are 1 1/2 inch. Fold it like this. It'll end up looking like this. It's not so easy to fold chiffon. It's slippery. Once you have a fold, pin it down. Sew all the folds together at the top and add a ribbon rose or just a ribbon. Sew this corner together with a single stitch. If you don't, it will unfold. And here's what it'll look like. Time to put the skirt on Belle. I'm using this Belle doll. Her bodice is from the first yellow dress I made. If you want to see the yellow dress tutorial, click on the iCard or the link in the video description. Tie a long bow in the back. Use a bow to tie on the back piece, like this. That should hold it in place. The back piece covers up any gaps in the back. Now to finish the bodice. There's a triangle piece that sits over the bodice and that is made separately. These are the dimensions for the triangle. Place it under the wax paper with the fabric on top. Apply glue all over the fabric, following the triangle shape underneath. For the next step, I would normally use yellow ribbon for this yellow dress, but you won't be able to see it, so I'll show you with purple ribbon. Cut the ribbon and place it on the glue at the bottom of the triangle. Take another ribbon and overlap just a little. Layer it row by row until you reach the top of the triangle. Place the triangle pattern on top. Apply glue along the sides of the triangle. Take a longer ribbon and place it on the glue. This ribbon needs to be long because this is also the shoulder strap. Just double check to make sure that it is in the V shape of the triangle. Decorate it with glitter or any way you want. When it's all dry, cut it out. Leave some chiffon at the top. Here's one I made in yellow ribbon. See the extra chiffon at the top? You need this to attach to the bodice. It's made in the same V shape. It's really stiff because of all the glue. But to sew this, it would be very difficult. Attach it to the bodice like I showed you in the red dress video. Except this front pointed end will be on the outside of the skirt. And this has shoulder straps. Take the shoulder straps to the back and you could sew it down anywhere. And voila! The dress is completed. I had to make this dress first before I could show you how to make it. And here she is with the first one I made. The only difference is how I decorated the bodice. Now that you've seen two versions of the yellow dress, which is your favorite? The dress from the animated movie or the dress from the live action movie? Post your answer in the comments section or click on the iCard and take our poll. So happy you could join me in this tutorial. In part 5, I'll be making Belle's blue village dress. Hey girls, who wants to model the blue dress for me? Not me. I just got into this dress. Well, I'm not going to do it either. I like my yellow dress. No, not doing it. Thanks for asking. You can get someone else to do it. I'll do it. It's going to look great when it's finished. See you in part 5. Oh my goodness, where did she come from? I don't know. She better get her hair done before she starts modeling. Yeah.
If you like this video, click like. Check out these videos. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.